Hi, I'm Giovanna and I'm the owner of Mommy's Helper Postpartum In-Home Health Service.
And you are?
And this is...
Hi, my name's Carissa. I'm a doula in training.
Yay! So now you own your doula business,
Yes.
and one day you were like, maybe I'd like to add ultrasound in, right? So how did you come to that decision of I want to expand my business from postpartum and doula services to adding in prenatal services like ultrasound?
Yeah, so a lot of what we do is a wraparound service, so this just fit perfectly in what we do from pregnancy to labor and delivery and postpartum. So it just came full circle for us.
I love that.
This was perfect.
Yeah,
Integration.
that's really nice. You think of pregnancy, and of course, the first thing most people think about is ultrasound. So it makes perfect sense to add that in. And you already have a business established in Fresno, California. So this is going to make you much more popular there, having the ultrasound service. So when you decided that you wanted to do it, first thing you did, I'm sure, is got on Google or ChatGPT and started doing some research. And did you come across a few people? Did you come across a ton of people? Like, was it overwhelming, or right away did you find what you wanted?
Yeah, no. So actually, it was like a diamond in the rough. So really what was most important wasn't just the ultrasound piece, it was the mobile. That was what's most important because we're in home. So we needed something that was going to complement what we already do, which is the mobile ultrasound. So the first thing we did was look up mobile ultrasound. And I'll be honest, there wasn't many locally where we're from in Fresno, California. All of it was stationary. So I'll be honest, my husband found you, and he's like, babe, exactly what you're looking for does exist. There's someone who can lead us. And I'm like, no, there's no way. Is it even real? He's like, yeah, well, we're going to find out. And I'm like, okay. So we go and watch your videos. We see the success stories and everything. We're like, this is too good to be true. This absolutely cannot exist. Then, of course, we just watch your videos, kind of check you out on YouTube and all those sorts of things. And then we went ahead and followed up with those success stories. We went and emailed them, connected with them, and everything from what they emailed matched up to everything you were saying. And not only that, they absolutely loved you. So we knew you were a human and you exist, and the work also followed through and the connections that we were making too.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
It makes me so happy. I love that you stalked me.
I'm like, in this day and age and AI and everything.
Yes, you can never.
Everything.
I get people all the time that send me a message that says, is this real?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And on top of that, like, you think, oh, I just thought of this mobile ultrasound, and to know that somebody thought about this and they did exactly what it took. And not only that, like, the pioneer in you that said, I'm going to put this together. You had a video on there that said, I spent all this time figuring out, and it sounded so close to what we experience and how difficult it is to pioneer something that you don't say, hey, can I just call you and lead me in this? No. So that was also inspiring.
Right. Having someone that's been there and done that, having a roadmap, and then just like the way is paved for you makes it so much less stressful, because having a business, you have all these other stressors anyways. So no, I'm glad that you found me. So let's talk about, so we connected, we kind of went back and forth through email and text messages. We had a phone call. Right. And then, for a while it was like, okay, maybe we'll do this later. Okay, maybe we'll do this sooner. And then one day you were like, we're doing this. You contact me. We made a plan. A week later, you were here.
Yeah.
And we went through a very, very intensive 4 days, morning, noon, and night, 12-hour days of training. So it's more training than we even discussed on the phone.
Yeah.
Talk about that very first day that you were here, taking all those notes as I was talking to you about how to turn the ultrasound machine on, what all the buttons did, just setting everything up, connecting everything together. Were you feeling like, okay, I'm good, like this is in, or was it like, oh my God, what did I get myself into? Be honest.
Yeah. What I want to point out first was the personal experience that you had already planned for us from the beginning of being at home and saying, hey, start with these videos. That was so helpful because we were able to prepare Carissa and also say, hey, get started on this. So we felt like there were some preparations involved. So that was a really key thing. And then what was so helpful was laying the land, honestly, and you're challenging me. It's like, get in there, we're going. Like, you want to make sure that we're touching everything, we're hearing everything, and also saying, hey, go back to the videos. And every time you said that, it kind of just made us more accountable to make sure that we're diving in.
Right.
It was intense. It was over the 8 hours that we were expecting. But we went back home, we're like, wow, we're actually learning. I didn't expect us to actually learn. Like, 4 days, you think that's not enough. But honestly, by today, we felt like our confidence came in. And for me, like holding the transducer, thinking like I would never be able to hold this correctly, and it felt good on the 4th day. And even the challenges, like it was such real experience training that made the difference that you'd probably get in a school or in text. It was hands-on, everything that is valuable.
We scanned a lot of people.
We did.
So we had 3 and 4 clients every single day, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd trimesters of all different challenges of very, very brand new. We saw babies whose heart just started beating today, right? Like 6 weeks. And then to go to the longest gestation that we scanned, which was 33 weeks and 3 days, the difference in development, the difference in the size of the uterus, the size of the baby, the location of everything. Really, I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to be like, we tried everything. And I didn't want to make it super easy for you, because then that's not setting you up for success. It's setting you up to fail, because I don't want you to be like, oh my God, that was so easy. And then when you're on your own, getting a hard one and being like, oh my gosh, I have no idea what I'm doing. So we had a nice variety of challenges to go along with it. And surprisingly, sometimes the ones you think are going to be the easiest ones turn out to be the hardest ones.
Right. Yeah. Right when you think you got a handle on it, you got challenged for you.
Right.
Yeah. And you did such a great job just bringing us into your world, honestly, as real as possible, so that way when we take it home, we feel equipped. So that was actually a really big gift in this too.
I love that. And you brought Carissa with you. So she's a doula in training.
Yeah.
So you are not only learning how to do doula stuff, but you're also now doing so well too with scanning and all the things that go along with it, with the post-processing, the technical part of it, converting the images, emailing everybody. Like I'm sure that in your mind, like it's explosive, like how much you have been learning just being here for 4 days, but then with being with Giovanna for how long have you guys been together now?
Heading into a month.
Yeah. So your whole world has changed in the last 6 weeks, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. Did you think that coming here to learn ultrasound, is it what you thought it was going to be, or was it wildly different in a certain aspect?
It was different because we are like in a home setting and everything, but I love it. I feel like we got more out of it than we would have like going to actual school.
Yeah, thank you for saying that. I work really hard to give you guys every explanation of what you're doing, what you're looking at, taking your hand, guiding you, trying to get your wrists to articulate in unusual directions, because we're chasing this baby around. So nothing is going to be straightforward. Many people, and I've said this so many times, many people think that you put the transducer down and there's that beautiful picture of the baby in the cradle. Tell everybody how wrong that is.
Oh, so wrong. You think you're going to get a still baby and the baby's just going to perform from you. Actually, you're following the baby. So your hands, the way you maneuver and everything, and to keep up with the baby, even how quickly you have to think on your feet and go ahead and click those functions, everything moving parts all at once. So it's really not just it's not a one function that fits all, honestly.
Yeah. Sometimes I think people think like, oh, if the baby's sleeping, it's going to be so much easier. Let's talk about that. So much harder, right?
Oh, yeah. Then you have a sleeping baby, then you have to also try to wake up, and now you need to get the baby to move. So it's like either the baby's either moving or it's not moving, so you have both.
Yeah.
Predicaments you're in.
And nothing is the easier option. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was really fun. It was challenging, and honestly, it was really it was one of those experiences that you just take with you and you just can't describe it, and you just don't know that it exists. So it's great that we were able to discover you, and it was such a gift. All of it, just you as a person, Jenny, and able to say, you don't even hold back knowledge. You want us to succeed, like you share it, you leave it on the table.
I do. Yeah. Listen, if I can't give you what I have in my brain, then I'm doing you a disservice by not trying to help elevate you. We all got to elevate each other. So, I want to give this information to you and help you guys. Little tips and tricks, little pro tips. I mean, how many times did I be like, pro tip, telling you things that I learned on my own through trial and error. And the way that I look at it is, why let somebody else struggle when I can help you guys skip the struggle and go straight to understanding how to avoid it or work around it or anything, to make things easier for you. Because the business that you're in with doula, that we're in with ultrasound, it's just all about being able to bring joy into people's lives. So you guys are gonna, this business, I am confident adding ultrasound into it, it's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
It's gonna be huge. And you guys did so well this week with never touching a transducer before to now scanning 4 days later, scanning babies on your own. I call this like intense ultrasound therapy because, you know, that's all we're doing is we're just scanning so that you can get comfortable. You never know what you're going to get every time you put that transducer down. You guys saw like the best of times with these most beautiful face pictures. And very sadly, we experienced the worst of times where we saw a fetal demise when we were scanning. And, you know, going through and realizing that not only are we only human and, you know, we're trying our best to get the best pictures and videos, but then you're dealing with the human aspect of, you know, real life and death situations sometimes, and sometimes it can be traumatizing for families to see that sort of thing. So for you guys to have like witnessed all of that happening at once, hopefully that made you feel confident about like, if this ever happens while I'm scanning, I know how to handle it. I know what to say. And you're not like scared of that moment since you've already, you know, witnessed what it looks like to have to try and comfort a family. And I'm sure as a doula, you do a lot of comforting to people.
Oh yeah, most definitely being invited into that space and knowing how to handle that moment and knowing when to disengage and allow the family to have that moment.
Bingo.
Yeah, very important piece.
Yeah. No, I love that. So overall, pretty happy with how things went?
Yeah, I have to even say I didn't even know that 4 days. I thought 4 days would not be enough. I was questioning like, how are we really gonna leave equipped? But 4 days, honestly, with the training you provided was exactly what we needed.
Well, I was relentless too. It's like, all right, we're going on hour 13. You guys good still? So good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I really liked having you. You both did a great job. You're going to be good. Now remember, practice. I'm 7 years in. I still learn stuff every single scan. So you're never going to be completely proficient in this. It's going to be something that you learn by trial and error, going through scanning. Roll your client back and forth. Give the baby a little bounce. Go up top. Go underneath. Go from the sides. Just move all over to try and find that best image of the baby.
So true.
But you guys did really well. Let's take a picture together.
Yay! Okay.
Sit down right now.
Sorry.
Yay! Yay, baby!
Yay, baby!
All right, thank you guys.